Hello and welcome to this video review of my research proposal titled A Qualitative Study of Employee Experiences with Emotional Intelligence Development in the Workplace. My name is Kodiaya and this project was completed for EDFN 5301 under the guidance of Dr. Guang Zhang. Now we're going to look at the introduction, which is the background of the problem. Workplaces systematically neglect emotional intelligence. Oftentimes, emotional intelligence is dismissed as a human factor and not a core competency. This leads to increased employee stress, demoralization, and burnout. The result is a significant gap between knowing emotional intelligence is important and systematically developing it. This research addresses this critical gap in the modern workplace. While we know that emotional intelligence is crucial for leadership and teamwork, many organizations still treat it as a soft skill rather than an essential professional competency. This systematic neglect, as noted by researchers such as Carminati and Lima, leads directly to increased employee stress and demoralization. There is a clear disconnect between recognizing emotional intelligence value and implementing practical programs to cultivate it. So why do we need to close the gap so urgent? The literature shows that emotional intelligence is not just a nice to have trait, but it's a protective shield for employees. Studies by Nell and Zhang and Shi found that employees with higher emotional intelligence are more resilient against the harms of workplace bullying and ostracism. In high stress fields like healthcare, Karimi and colleagues showed that EI can rescue employees from the negative impact of their jobs. Ultimately, investing in emotional intelligence builds a workplace that doesn't just survive but also flourishes. To bridge this gap, my study is guided by three key research questions. First, we need to concretely understand the impact of emotional intelligence on performance and stress. Secondly, we must uncover the real world barriers and facilitators to implementing emotional intelligence programs. And third, we aim to move from just the theoretical aspect to practice by creating a development model tailored for high stress environments. Now, to answer these complex questions, I propose a mixed method approach. The quantitative component uses surveys to objectively measure the what, for instance, the correlation between emotional intelligence scores and stress levels. But numbers alone aren't enough. The qualitative components through interviews and focus groups uncover how and why it explores the lived experiences of employees, the organizational culture, and also factors that make or break an emotional intelligence initiative. By combining these methods through the mixed method approach, we achieve triangulation, leading to findings that are both statistically sound and deeply insightful. The expected outcomes of this research the expected outcomes of this research are designed to be immediately useful. We will produce a clear model linking emotional intelligence to performance. A list of key barriers organization must overcome, and most importantly, a practical framework for developing emotional intelligence. The discussions point to actionable strategies such as recruiting for emotional competences, embedding emotional intelligence training into onboarding, and making it a core part of leadership evaluation, as suggested by Kian and Wang. In conclusion, to build a resilient, high performing workforce, organizations must move beyond merely valuing emotional intelligence. They must systematically recruit for it and cultivate it through structured integrated development programs. The bottom line is strategic investments such as strategic training and also enhancing employee well-being, performance, and retention, building a supportive culture. The key takeaway is to cultivate a resilient and healthy workforce. Organizations cannot afford to be passive about emotional intelligence. They must be proactive. This means not only prioritizing the recruitment of individuals with high emotional intelligence for emotionally demanding roles, but also systematically implementing and embedding emotional intelligence development programs into the fabrics of the organization. A strategic investment in emotional intelligence is a direct investment in your employees' well being and your organization's overall health. Thank you for your time and consideration. I do welcome any questions and feedback you may have. Thank you very much.